Hi all, in my previous video I have covered DevOps related tools and how CI/CD pipeline works. In my current video I'm going to show you what are the different tools can be used as part of the DevSecOps. In case if you have not gone through my previous video, here it is, that's a DevOps, and I will also post the link in the description. There is another video if you are interested to know what are the day-to-day activities of the DevOps, that also is covered in another video. So moving to my current video, DevSecOps, here I'm going to cover the tools mainly. Here it is an architecture, like what are the different phases it actually contains. In each and every phase of development and ops, there are different tools are available which you can use. It's a vast subject. Trust me, each and every box of this is a big subject again. So I'm trying to cover in my 10 minutes video. That is the reason, I'm going to be real quick and will cover very short on each and every tool. Also remember, every phase has at least 5 to 10 tools. I can't cover every tool here, and based on your requirement you have to evaluate and see which is the best match for your current requirement, because no single tool can provide you 100% functionality what you're looking for. That is the reason sometimes 2 tools are involved, sometimes 3 tools are involved, sometimes you may even no tool required. So you have to completely evaluate which is required or which is not required. Without further delay, let us go ahead. So as part of the planning phase, there is a threat modeling, or people may wonder like why do I need during the planning phase itself, but it actually allows software architects to identify and mitigate potential security issues in the early phase, so that they can have a proper plan what to be mitigated in the future implementation. So it actually provide the complete security design, and also to analyze the design for potential security issues. It also allows to review and analysis against common attack patterns. So there are few tools, iris risk and a threat modeler, and there are even from Microsoft also there is another tool available. So you can see which is the best match for your requirement. We actually use iris risk as part of our organization. Similarly, people might be using threat modeler. Moving to secure coding and security as code, these both are more like as practices. So first, secure coding is the process of developing code in a way that ensures security and eliminates vulnerabilities. So this is more like more from the developer point of view, like how he is securing the code. Probably he might be implementing the kind of encryption mechanisms, or he might be using some kind of libraries. So not only that, adapting the SASD and the DSD tools also part of the secure coding. Similarly, security as code is a practice of building security into DevOps tools and workflows. So this helps like automating the feedback loops, automating scans and security testing, executing script test, implementing monitoring functions. As I mentioned, like there are the subsequent functions that which is being covered under the SASD and DASD, or even under the security monitoring and all those aspects. In simple terms, security as code or secure coding are best practices which can be followed by the developers. At the same time, they can also make sure that they are using the right tools at the right time. So moving on to the SAST, static application security testing, or you can even call it as SCA, software composition analysis. So these both are the pre-built tools, examines the source code to identify weakness that can lead to the security vulnerabilities. I mentioned Coverty and SonarQube. So SAST, I can name SonarQube. SCA, software composition analysis tool, as Coverty. So this both helps you to find out the vulnerabilities on your code. SCA checks open source components against known vulnerabilities, whereas SAST finds like SonarQube tool finds the vulnerabilities from your code. It gives you a complete report. It also covers what is the coverage, unit testing coverage on your code. So it's a beautiful report generated by the SonarQube. So moving on to the DAST, Dynamic Application Security Testing, it is actually post-built, whereas SASD is a pre-built. There are plenty of tools, but I'm mentioning here NetSparker and Rapid7. But again, there are plenty of options available. You can evaluate it based on the requirement. Moving on to the pen testing, penetration testing is most commonly used stuff for any application. You must have heard about Burpsuit, you might have heard about Wireshark. Again, in penetration testing, there are 10 different tools. Not single tool can cover all the type of vulnerabilities. So that is a reason you have to consider sometimes based on what type of vulnerabilities, vulnerability scanning you have to cover. Based on that, you can decide which tool can help you, or multiple tools, which multiple tools can help you. So we widely use Burpsuit, and you need to pay for the license as well. It is worth, because you will get a beautiful report from the Burpsuit, long report, which are the most severe and medium severe and low severe type of issues also are shown under the penetration testing. Even your DDoS type of issues or OWASP top 10 guidelines related issues, scanning happens under the Burpsuit. So you can decide whether you want to go with the paid version versus open source. Wireshark can be the other option you have. The next one is digital sign. To simplify, I consider SSL testing is as a digital signs. Ensure all transport security layer certificates are valid. What are the certificates you are actually assigning to or creating for your web applications? You're just trying to validate under that. The next one is security analysis. Here there is a overlap between the tools. One tool actually supports multiple activities. So don't take it in case if you're seeing this scan as a security scan tool, please don't take me as wrong, because there's a possibility, because this actually scans the entire cloud systems. Like if you are on the AWS or Azure or GCP, it scans the entire cloud system and give you the analysis report. It also got some kind of compliance related functionality where you can check all your workloads against to that auditing kind of stuff. So that is the reason I'm clearly saying that one tool can support multiple activities here. Don't take me wrong in case if you're seeing Vscan tool under the security auditing or security scanning. But as per my observation, Vscan falls under the security analysis. Vscan provides beautiful reports, the lengthy reports, where it can show what are the different type of vulnerabilities and what are the fixes you need to do for your each and every workload. It could be even PaaS services or SaaS services, IaaS services that it covers. Coming to the security monitoring tools, there are plenty of tools available: Datadog, Splunk, Nagios. Even under the cloud, you can see Microsoft Defender, Microsoft Sentinel, DDoS protection is another monitoring tool you can consider as. So that is the reason I mentioned that you can see what is your requirement, where you are hosting, and there are again plenty of firewalls, network intrusion detection services, intrusion protection services. So again, it's a vast subject, and then you have to analyze a lot, and whether it is required or not, and which tool is required or matching. That analysis is very much important in these aspects. Moving on to the security auditing. So enable RMM provide auditing templates, which helps to keep scans simple and pick up on specific compliance issues. To simplify, for example, if you're supporting HIPAA or PCI complaint based applications, you want to audit and get a report for that, then you can use the enable. You can also use Nmap, the other tool which is available as an alternate. You can check it. Then security patch, that is enable tool, again helps under the security patching. For the security scanning, Rapid7 is one tool available. There are plenty of tools again. So based on like what you want to scan, Rapid7 we use to scan our servers, like Windows servers. Similarly, your Linux servers, there are different tools available. Coming to the security configuration, you can consider SolarWinds as another one option. I'll try to cover a few of these tools with more details so that it will be clear how exactly we can use. Before I close the video, this is one of the interesting link I wanted to share. This will give you complete DevOps and DevSecOps tools in one periodic table, which is really good for all your interviews. It will be handy. I'll share this link in the description. You can have a look on that. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll come up with more interesting videos.